Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Aegis Esports Week 5 EMEA Talk Show. I'm Headmaster Red, and I am joined by our three lovely guests today from Seraphine Fan Club. Baya. How's it going, Baya?
Yo, what's up? It's going fine.
Okay, cool. Next up, we have NEMers Mayo Bandit Sonic Holic. How's it going, Sonic?
Hello. I'm doing fine.
Perfect,
Thanks for
perfect.
having me.
Of course. And last but not least, from Runeterra Exiled Ones. Sorry, how's it going? Sorry.
Yo, hello. It's going fine. It's going fine. Happy to be here.
Good. I know we usually have Simon in on this kind of stuff, but I'm glad that you could finally join because, you know, he does.
Yeah, we kicked out Simon. He's salty right now
Okay.
about his Warzone.
Right. I'm sure a lot of people are reeling off of Worlds, but there's one person who in this call that's not reeling off of Worlds. Baya, how are you feeling this week? Go ahead and make
Because I'm
that
feeling,
top 16 cut,
yeah, I'm feeling of course fine. Honestly, I knew that my lineup is just like so good that I knew that like I have good odds like actually to making it.
What did you bring again?
I brought an ETF, Seraphine, Aphelios, and Gwencut.
Okay,
That was my lineup.
cool.
And yeah, I just trusted my lineup. I trusted my decks, and just paid off. And yeah, I'm happy, of course.
Nice.
And that's why I played like 9 sets, right? I lost first game and I had to win. I had to win 8 in a row. I did it, so yeah.
It's just
I'm happy.
another seasonals day for you, right?
Yeah, I
9
played
rounds.
seasonals, right? Because they cancel it, so yeah, I just played seasonals.
Okay, perfect. All right, so we'll just hop into this, but the show is basically going to be your chance to kind of like, you guys are the top reps in each of your groups. Time to talk about like how you felt about the season so far and why you were the best team in your group and who's going to make playoffs and who's not. But first, let's kind of give a quick rundown of the standings. In Group 1, we have at the top Runeterra Exiled Ones, of course, as joined by Sari.
Of course, the best team.
And in second, and kind of tied for a second, we have Runeterra Pals and We Love Gaming. In fourth, we have the Crusty Geezers. In fifth, we have Hopium Card Gamers. And in sixth, we have 9 Lives. Now, this is shaping out to be kind of like a 4-team group. I don't think Hopium and 9 Lives have... Well, I think Hopium has like a very tiny chance. But it's like very, very tiny. So how are you guys feeling about this group so far? Sorry, like how did you feel about the relative strength of the group, and do you think the standings are like appropriate?
I mean, we knew before we got in a group, we knew we were gonna be first place. Ario is always performing well.
Right.
Even last stages, it literally took our sister team to kick us out. So we're always performing well. And yeah, our group is difficult. It has a good players. And Runeterra Pals were a bit difficult to beat most of the time, but that was about it. We were happy. We were only happy we didn't see the French team Alafar in our group because they always high roll us.
Oh yeah, okay. You always get lucky against you, right? They don't actually outskill
Yeah.
you; they just get lucky.
No, they just high roll.
Okay. Cool. And Runeterra Pals, featuring Cosimo. I think he's the only undefeated player in the league, right? Yeah, he's at 8-0, right? He's the only player that's undefeated that's actually played every set.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about going against him? Do you do any prep against him specifically, or are you just going against the whole team when you guys go up against them?
Usually me and Simon argue about lineups, and Marcus brings stats.
Oh,
And
okay.
Broken Ball just says stats are bad, and we just throw the stats away, and everyone brings whatever
Okay.
they like.
And you do that every week. Okay.
Yeah, every week pretty much. Like last week, not last week, the one before it, we were playing the collab game, and Simon started tilting me. I pretty much threatened to alt F4 the game, so he had to leave. He had to leave the voice call, and we had to play it me and Marcus by ourselves.
Okay.
And we ended up winning.
Yeah, and that is an option you guys have. I actually know that some teams they don't even do. They literally just send one person for their collab set because they cannot work as a team very well. So it's definitely understandable. Um, Okay. Anybody else have thoughts on Group 1 before we move on to Group 2? And we'll get in the
I don't
I
know.
mean,
playoff
I mean,
predictions. We'll get into
I
playoff
did.
predictions in a second. But go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought we were gonna do the prediction now.
Nah, I have another graphic, but
Like only thing I'm like surprised is like Simon is in team that is like first. I'm kind of surprised about that, but otherwise, yeah.
okay, perfect.
We didn't
talking
let him
about
play too much.
Cosimo, talking about Cosimo, when he actually gets to play the game, it's kind of crazy how he can actually perform.
Right. Well, we didn't. He'll always be a what if, right, for Worlds, unfortunately.
Small.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Group 2, Sonic Holic, this is your group. In top, we have a tie, kind of a tie, right? You guys are winning on game score, though, between NEMers, Mayo Bandits, and Big Flex Gamers. In third, we have LFR. Fourth, we have 3 Kangaroos Gaming. Fifth, we have Copium Card Gamers. And sixth, we have Oslo. Now, I believe every team technically has a chance to make playoffs, but there's really only 4 teams that have a realistic shot, and the fourth team, it's going to be tough. But we've seen miracle runs in AM last week, so that's still on the table for EMEA. Sonic, what do you think about this group?
Yeah, I mean, going into this group, I think the group looked very scary. Individual players are just name after name, but from playing a bit, it seemed like what I would say put us at the top was we actually played the team factor, or we played the format. So while other people are just strong players, I felt very favored in many games just based off the preparation we did. Our lineups just felt more prepared for them.
Okay, perfect. And does anybody else have any thoughts on Group 2?
I'm kind of surprised that Oslo is that low. I don't know what's going there. I thought they're gonna be much higher.
Yeah, usually they perform really well.
They also have like sick graphics on Twitter, so I'm surprised.
They have Sergio on the team, right?
Yeah.
So
I think the only Oslo player. Oh wait, there's another Oslo.
Yeah, Sir
player.
Donald and Sergi.
Yeah. Sergi, and then Pinus, and then Extasio.
I know why they're losing, because Extasio decided not to play with Ario and he just went with Oslo. That's why they're losing.
Oh, okay. So if he
Because
was playing
Extasio is on Ario.
Oh, okay. So is he purposely like inting the team, or are you saying like he would do
Maybe.
Okay. I think that
he's an Ario agent.
right. I think that falls under like collusion. So thank you for admitting that. I'll investigate later, and we'll come to a decision.
I retract everything I said.
Okay. And last but not least, Group 3 at the top, Seraphine Fan Club. In second, TA Washed Up. In third, ABG Demacia. In fourth, EU Farmers. In fifth, Trash Cake Gamers with Ace. And lastly, Key Guardians. So this is the most interesting group, especially after Worlds, because we have technically 4 members that made Worlds are in this group. 3 of them representing EMEA and 1 of them representing AM, right? So Baya tag from Seraphine Fan Club, TA Washed Up Teddy, Trash Kid Gamers with Ace Smooth Swallowist, and EU Farmers Maddie Mayo. So Baya, how do you feel about this group so far this season?
Well, like nobody trusted us in the beginning. We kind of entered also first week, and like, but we just like step in. With Alan, we kind of carry the NA player cephalopod. He just needs to get kind of better, but it's understandable. He's from NA, so we just carried him, and we just kind of chilling now. We have like very good odds of making playoffs. We basically locked, but I feel good. As expected, fighting for the first with the TA washed up, and hopefully we're gonna make it and keep the first position.
Okay, perfect. And it's funny that you say that like Cephalopod is like kind of not doing so hot. He's doing excellent over in the AM side, but he is just doing abysmal on the EMEA side. Do you think that has to do with maybe like the different shards meta, or is it just EMEA is better?
Well, of course, EMA is better. Like,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Okay.
it's kind of clear, no?
Right. Makes sense. Okay, perfect. And on that note, let's just kind of go into the playoff predictions. We have some spicy predictions, and then we have some also not so spicy. So let's go ahead and transition over. So we're gonna start with Sorry. In Group 1, you have REO, WLG, and then Runeterra Pals. And Group 2, you have LFR taking first place, followed by Mayo Bandits and BFG. And then a third group, you have Seraphim Fan Club, Tawu, and ABG Demacia.
Yeah. I mean, Group 1 REO, of course, they're gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I would have put PAL second place, but unfortunately, PAL is gonna face us in the this week. So that's one game lost for them.
Okay.
So they're already at a disadvantage.
Makes sense.
So I don't think they're gonna make second.
Mm-hmm.
They do have though an advantage because Broken Ball and Simon are in their Words Void right now.
Mm-hmm.
Broken Ball is always drunk, and Simon is going on dates now.
Oh.
So he's trying to live life now afterwards. And Marcus, his bedtime is at 9 p.m. So we're already at this disadvantage this week. So I have to do a lot of work to kind of win this week. But yeah, that's pretty much for Group 1.
Okay. Now in Group 2, you
2,
have LFR jumping both of the tied for first place teams right now.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're better than the other two?
Well, LFR has a match against Mayo, and I think their first pick, if I remember correctly. Yeah, their first pick. So I think they probably might win if they do their lineup correctly. They might win against Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
And they're dirty high roll, so they will high roll this week. So
okay. So
they probably
this week they high roll, and then you think they play because they also play 3 Kangaroos and Oslo. You think they'll take those games as well?
yeah. They have free matchups. The second 2 matchups are free.
Gotcha.
So I think they're probably gonna make it at first place.
Okay, perfect. And that's true. Mayo does kind of have like a rough week next week.
Mayo, has a really rough week. They do have Oslo though.
Yeah.
So they could beat that, but like it comes down to who beats Mayo or BFG. They're gonna face each other in the collab. So it comes down to both teams how they do against each other.
Right, and that'll be a fun matchup. That'll be on stream. It'd probably be, like, a determination of seeding at least. So that'll be cool.
Group 3, we have the Sarah Queen, TKG, or no, ABG as third place, and TA on second place. Sarah Queen has all 3 matchups that are free, so they're gonna win all of them, obviously.
Right.
I would have put, I think, TA first, but Sarah has all 3 matchups that are free, so it's a bit hard. The ABG team, I don't think they're better than TA has Teddy. Teddy is really good, and he's also in the REO Discord server, so he already is a great player just by joining the REO.
Right.
So I have to root for Teddy. He gets like extra 2 points on his skill level.
Okay.
So he probably will. They'll probably end up second place. ABG, I don't know whose players are on ABG. Let me check real fast. Pascola hasn't played the game since the 80s, so not sure how he's gonna do.
Okay.
And are they facing any team that faces TKG is probably gonna win 100%. Not because TKG are a bad team, it's just because they have with ace. I think they kinda low rolled by adding this with ace. If they just kicked ace from the team, they probably will do much better.
That's true. What if they don't play ace this week though? Like
that would actually be the smartest move.
Okay.
So hopefully they actually realize it after 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Hopefully they realize that.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's move on to the next players' predictions. Sonic, you have REO, TerraPals, WLG in Group 1. Kind of how it is like up to chalk. How do you feel? Do you think you don't see any type of movement between the 2 and 3 teams?
I think this group is kind of just locked. I don't have particular thoughts on if one group is going to overcome the other. But as Sorry mentioned, I think Ario very solid. Sorry kind of skipped over Runeterra Pulse and we love gaming, but I think needless to say, Runeterra Pulse are just looking very solid this season. We talked about Cosimo earlier. I think he is going to use his, well, whatever happened during his Worlds to push through and make it out of groups. Maybe he can even use it to push his team to first. And for We Love Gaming, I mean, they also have Aragon, who's going to be riding his World success, hopefully, and they can make it just fine.
Okay.
Don't see many upsets happening in this group currently.
But you do have big upsets in the Group 2 and Group 3. So would you like to talk about Group 2 first? You have Mayo Bandits and BFG, but now you also have Oslo sneaking in as the last team. So how is that working in your head?
All right, for Group 2, I mean, I have to put our team at first. Mm-hmm. We're currently at first. There has to be some level of confidence. So that's like paying respect to our team, like to my teammates especially. Mm-hmm. Big Flag Gamers, I think, again, just solid players with a high chance of making it. And well, for Oslo, if Oslo has 1 million fans, then I'm one of them. Okay. If Oslo has 10 fans, then I am one of them. If Oslo has only 1 fan, then that is me. If Oslo has no fans, then that means I am no longer on Earth. If the world is against Oslo, then I am against the world. Vamos Oslo. I've been maybe on a lot of copium here. Mm-hmm. Maybe a bit too much copium, but there was not a 0% chance for them to make it. So, if there's any team to make it, I think Oslo has the chance.
How much did they pay you?
Okay, I've been an Oslo fan for a long time. Like, even before the players were picked up by Oslo, I always cheered for them during seasonals. So, if we're playing Oslo in the second match this week, if any suspicious activity happens, don't blame me. Yeah, I know it's very, very ambitious of me to put this prediction, but when I was asked for this prediction, I looked at the chances of the team making it. I saw not a 0. I went with Oslo.
Okay. I will say though, in reality, right, Oslo kind of needs to have like a 7-0 week in terms of sets, and LFR kind of has to go 0-7.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
So, I mean, you're kind of banking on the fact that Oslo doesn't lose a single set and that LFR loses all of their sets.
Money can make a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, money. These Spanish players have a lot of money. Oh, okay. They will make it.
Okay. Makes sense.
Sir Donald won a season, I think. He has like 10K. And Paynas won a season. He has 10K. They got money.
Okay. Perfect. All right. And then on that note, Group 3, you have Seraphine's fan club, TA washed up, and then you have TKG with Ace slipping in there in the 3rd spot. What was the reason for that?
Sorry, talked about the first 2 teams. I think very obvious, strong players, very big chance of them making it. And then if it's the 3rd place, is very close, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. So this isn't as wild as my Oslo prediction.
It's not as wild.
And I think that a team with Ace and Single Mom Hunter already looking pretty good. They also have Smooth, who kind of made it to Worlds this time around. Also, A Factor, not as big as Ace, because they're with Ace, but yeah, I think they have a good chance to make it.
Yeah, Smooth went 5-0, right? At Worlds.
I do believe so, yes.
Yeah, so kind of cracked. I also wanted just to go back to your Group 2 prediction. You know, Oslo also plays you guys this week, right? So
yeah, well, I was saying if like anything suspicious happens in that match, not on me.
Okay. Yeah, TKG Ace. It's more doable than the Oslo one, but they do play against TA Washed Up and Seraphine's fan club. So it's not exactly an easy week, but it's not impossible. So yeah, okay. And then as we move on to the last player, Baya, Group 1. I mean, you kind of have all chalk here, right? You have basically 1 through 3 as it is currently.
Yeah, I tossed like the odds and stuff, but if it's a group run, I have it this way. I was actually thinking about like putting Pass first because like you have like Simon, so I was like questioning it. But I was like, I know that these 3 teams are making it out because like like the only thing that has like potential chance is like TKG and they have Alfred, so I was like, okay, they're not making it. And yeah, I think that's the group run.
Okay. Yeah. So that's your Group 1, right? And how do you feel about Group 2?
Group 2, like I'm not on like Copium. Do I think like Maya have the like best like players, so I do toss them into like being first. And yeah, I just do trust these teams, and I think they're gonna take the first place. And LF are gonna end as they are now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then for Group 3, you don't think ABGD could drop?
Oh, sure, they maybe can, but I do trust more them. They have to like the 1 match advance as well. Like we don't have that much motivation to much like maybe we're gonna maybe try some stuff because we are playing like the 3 bottom teams. So yeah, we might drop some games maybe if like it's gonna depend what like Alan brings to us and what we're gonna play. But yeah, like but I still think we're gonna take the first place. The Top did some questionable plays last time we played them, so also it's question if Teddy gonna play because he didn't play last week. And yeah, I think the group is gonna end this way.
Okay. I do want to point out one little fun fact that if ABG Demacia does qualify, that is more than likely the only ABG team to make it to top cut out of the 5 teams they've submitted.
Yeah.
So that
Okay.
So you know what? I'm kind of rooting for them because or 6 teams. Sorry.
I mean, AVG does have a plan, which is a smart plan. I think they recruit 500 players on their team and they just put them on different teams, and one of them maybe by luck will make it through. That's basically what they do.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I got some questions for you guys. We see your predictions. Now we're going to get into a little bit of fun stuff, I need you guys to tell me which is the strongest group and which is the least strongest group and why.
You want me to start?
Anybody can start.
Strongest group, obviously Group 1, because there's Ario on it. Second group, strongest group is Group 2, because there's Steady on it, and he's in the Ario Discord server. I would say there's Group 2 with Axtasio also on Ario Discord server, and he's on the Ario team. But since he double-crossed us and played with the Spanish players, I'm gonna put him in 3rd place.
Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts on that?
Like, if we go by Worlds players, if you look at Group 3, you have me, you have Teddy, you have Smooth, and you have Mari.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of clear, right? Also, you have World Champion Alana. You have a follow, but okay, he's from NA, but don't make fun of him, guys. It's not cool. And kind of easy.
Wait, don't you have EU farmers in your group?
Yeah, but they have
Are
Mate.
they
and
I think they're fake farmers.
how many players from your team made worlds? Exactly. Oh,
Everyone.
everyone. Okay.
Next year.
Surely.
Surely, yes.
Yeah.
Like EU farmers, players from EU farmers made more worlds than you guys. I can't.
I don't know, man. They're not farming too well, though. I wouldn't trust them as
Don't
farmers.
like my team qualified from NA. It's like true that it was very easy to qualify from
Yeah.
NA. I get it.
They had one
Like he
more
qualified
spot.
with Spooky Karma. What is that, man? Like, can we talk about like NA as a region? Why they have 6 slots? So, like, can we talk about that? Like, can they take down the like? I don't know. They should have like 2 slots or something. I don't know. Like Spooky Karma made it. I don't know.
Yeah, it is weird.
They can't give 2 slots for AM because they won't have a chance to win worlds. They have to give them an extra slot to be equal with the other servers.
Yeah, I actually think if AM shits the bed this year, they're definitely not going to give them the extra slot next year.
I think they should give only 1 slot to IM, and it's gonna be always always for Jordan because he's the only one player that can maybe do something on worlds.
Right. Besides Cephalopod, of course, your teammate. Okay.
Have you seen his score? And he's like 1-5. Like on team that's 9-3, and he's 1-5 on sets. I don't know.
Okay.
No, I love Cephala, but he's a good player.
Yeah, sure.
Above average.
Yeah, Sonic, what are your takes on the strength of these groups?
I mean, talking about Cephalopod's record, I share the same fate as him with my also 1-5 record, and I must say our group has been very easy for me. I just roll in, I lose my series, and my team just carries me. Very easy group. I'm going to put it at number 3. I think the group 3 being strongest is a very reasonable take, even before the league started when we were doing drafts. And now after Worlds, like them having, how much is it, 4 or 5 Worlds qualified players, I think just based on results and just on players' reputation, it's looking very, very strong, and that leaves group 1 in the middle position.
What do you mean middle position? We're literally the best team in the whole Aegis.
I mean, you guys don't have Teddy in your group, so
Yeah, but he's on the Discord server with us. He plays League of Legends with us sometimes.
that's cool, but he's not in your group. I mean, we're not talking about the Discord strength, we're talking about the group strength, so yeah, that's that.
Okay. Perfect. So you guys are aware of like the playoff format, right? Or should I explain it really quick?
I'm clueless.
Okay, clueless.
I didn't know how the format worked of these groups before we play the game.
Okay. So, do you know how the games are played, and do you know how the bracket is formatted?
I know how the games are played.
Okay.
So, is it like the money match?
Well,
yeah, something like that.
Let's clarify that the money match took our format. Okay, let's make that perfectly clear. But yes.
Yeah, I just copied the money match.
Let's not get into ridiculousness here. But yes, it's exactly like that. And then the playoff bracket formation is that like the group 1s and group 2s would fall into, they'll get seeded from 1 to 6 based on like their overall score, and if they're tied, they'll play tiebreakers. And then the 3rd seeds will they'll play a single round robin in the first week of playoffs, and the top 2 teams out of those 3 teams will get seeded into the last 2 slots of the bracket. So it'll end up being an 8-team bracket from there on. So the teams that get 3rd place, they have to work a little bit harder to get into the bracket, and then the teams in the first seeds will get to play the bottom seeds in the early rounds. So
nice.
So And then it'll just be an 8-team bracket from there. And like I said, it's King of the Hill format. So does did anyone here play in the money match or have experience with the King of the Hill format?
The King of the Hill last Aegis, and Bajatak played.
Yeah, I was
the
playing
money
it.
match.
I was the only positive EU player with like a positive win rate. So yeah, I was playing it.
Yeah, it kind of like it was actually a disgrace. I couldn't watch it. I had to leave.
I'm sorry, but it was allowed, man. Like if what fucking German, like dude.
The thing is, I always shit talk America players on Twitter. Now I can't. Every time I shit talk any American player, they always bring up the money match. So I can't even say anything anymore.
But you know, we have Cephalopod now. He's helping us. You know, you see his score. You see his record in EMEA Aegis.
Yeah,
and then
we use
you
that.
see his score in
I'm
EMEA.
using that. I can use also EU farmers to meme on them as well.
But it's like Brazil, right? So yeah.
Okay. So I guess my question is like, besides you guys all probably think your team is the best team in the league. So let's say you guys get to finals. Which team do you think you would play against in the finals? Basically, who's the second best team in the league?
The Teddy team.
TA washed up.
TA washed up?
Yeah, TA washed up.
You both think?
Yeah, I'm going to also have to go with Teddy's team.
Okay, interesting. It's interesting that none of you guys picked each other's teams. So you all
wait, but we are what? We are above them. So we are better than the best. Oh my god, let's go. Oh my god, we're so good.
I'm also on TA team on America. We also made playoffs. So and me and Simon. So you already know we're consistent players. We carried two teams. Carried the EU team and the America team.
Yeah, and I got carried 2 times also. So, also very consistent.
We have Alan. Smile.
So I guess that's actually another point of contention is people were kind of down. They were not expecting Alan to do very well this season. How do you feel like he's bounced back? Or do you think like people were just underestimating him the whole time? Or what's your
Alan plays the game 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, so
okay.
He doesn't do anything else than like playing the LRO now. So yeah, he gives also good stats, even though like sometimes I like ask him about some deck and he like tells me that it doesn't lose to anything. I play it and like I lose to everything. So you know, sometimes it's also questionable kinda, but you know, he's good. He's good. He's definitely one of the top players. And like if he wasn't qualified, so I wouldn't be like surprised if he made it through again.
Okay. Another question is, since you all are all first seeds, right? It's very unlikely that you'll play like the best second seed. But out of the 3 seeds, which team would be the most scary for you to play in like the first round of playoffs?
Well, like it's definitely not like ABGD, right?
Right.
ABG, you know. I assume it's gonna be like LFR if they're gonna be like the 3rd seed. It's like it depends who's gonna be the 3rd seed, right? But yeah, I would say probably LFR.
Okay.
probably LFR too, because we don't want to get high rolled.
Okay. All right, perfect. And then I guess I don't have many more questions, but I guess the last question I would have is, have any of you guys been watching AM version of Aegis? And who do you think, if we were to do like a world championship between the top EMEA team and the top AM team, who do you think is the top AM team?
TA Disciplines versus REO.
TA
I I can also just pitch both of my teams.
Oh no, TA Mind Splitters.
Yeah, I was about to say Disciplines James team.
No, we're Mind Splitters, yeah.
Yeah.
TA Mind Splitters versus REO.
Yeah, TA Boomers also looking very scary in America.
Uh-huh. Baya, have you been watching the Americas at all?
I watched some like Aikado games, but they're out now, aren't they? So
I mean, they brought Talia Rivers.
Yeah, I know, because Aikado. But I was following a little bit, but not much. I know there's also like there's like Cephalopod team. So yeah, Cephalopod team is definitely scary.
Yeah, beautiful gamers. Yeah, but
They have Jordan. Yeah, they have Jordan. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
then definitely that team.
so just so you know, Ikaru's team did actually make it in. They made it in on tiebreakers. It was very, very close.
Oh my. Fucking MTax.
Okay, perfect. So I don't really have any more questions. So unless you guys have questions or want to talk about something in particular, I know one of you guys wanted to say something to maybe Riot, but other than that, we don't have really much besides that. Sorry, did
I
you
just
have
want
something?
I want Riot to actually revive their Twitter account. They haven't posted anything during the whole Worlds thingy, the qualifier. And
They did.
The first time they posted is to spoil the last game for us.
Yeah.
Just don't post at that point. Just don't post.
Okay.
But I'm happy. I gotta give credit. I'm happy they finally changed the in-game. You know, when you open the game, you get the news thingy.
Yeah.
And you always see Varos for like 3 months. You always see Varos. Finally, or Kane, I forgot. Finally, they changed it and actually put some words news in it.
Yeah, honestly.
Like yeah. What are you saying?
I was gonna say that image really should change like once every 2 weeks. The fact that it's the same for months is really kind of cringe. Like even if it's no new news, they should at least change the image. It just kind of looks like it's abandoned. But yeah, I will say though, let's how do I put this the right way? Maybe there was someone who met with Riot yesterday, and maybe there was someone who had these exact conversations and discussions with Riot yesterday, and then maybe they brought up that the parody account exists, and then maybe Riot didn't actually fix anything, but sent basically a cease and desist to the parody account instead this morning.
That's how you save the game.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know. That's all hypothetical, of course. I wouldn't have known anyone who has met with Riot.
Maybe instead, like, reach out to him, and instead of doing it this way, do it the other way. Reach out to them in a.
I like that the parody account actually got interviews from the players and they're posting them.
Yeah.
Like, these stuff are really good to like grow the competitive scene.
Yeah, like honestly, like I made words. Nobody reached to me like from Riot, but he did. Like the Marshall did, but nobody from Riot. I have no clue how the qualifiers work. Like I don't know. Like how we gonna get the Alex the main event. I don't know when we're gonna get the Alex. I don't know nothing. But I got contacted by Marshall and he told me if I want to do the interview. And that was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe they should instead cooperate with that account instead of trying to shut it down, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was... If someone were to have had a conversation with Riot yesterday, let's just say they probably didn't feel very good about it afterwards when it comes to the social media team. And then you have like people... You know, the parody account had to say that they were had to change their password. I mean, change their photo profile image, and then because Riot told them to, and one of the developers commented like, "LOL, you're the parody account?" ? Which haha, funny meme, but also your main account isn't doing shit, so maybe you should focus on that instead of making jokes, kind of thing. Hypothetically, of course, hypothetically.
I'm trying to keep a positive mindset. Hopefully Riot kind of does some better marketing for their own game, right? Because the community right now is doing much more than they are. Hopefully. Like the bare minimum. Like we're not asking too much from them. Like the bare minimum. Just make some posts on Twitter. Let people know. Like most of the community don't know that Worlds is happening. That's just sad thing. Like I go on Reddit and I read what people are saying, and half of them don't even know there's a Worlds tournament happening. So these are potential viewers that you are losing. And a lot of mobile Runeterra gamers don't really go on Reddit or Twitter and stuff like that. That's why you put stuff on their end game so they see it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is finally they did it after 2.5 years. they finally figured it out. So I'm happy that they're progressing a little bit.
Okay. Yep. Well, maybe we'll see changes. Any other thoughts on anything Runeterra? Are you excited for the new expansion bio? You'll get access to it before everyone else, but
Yeah, sure. Surely it's not gonna get like leaked 10 minutes after somebody gets access, right? Surely. I'm like excited to like tune in to Twitter and like even before I log in, I'm gonna new the World expansion. I think like brothers usually known about it, or something like that about leaks. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm gonna abuse attacks. I'm gonna abuse perking. I'm gonna abuse. I don't know who. And yeah. Hopefully I'm gonna break them, and hopefully I'm gonna win the worlds, right?
yeah, of course. We're all rooting for you.
I'm rooting for Teddy
Okay.
because he's
Who asked? Like who asked? Like sorry, like they will like ask you about like your opinion or something.
Rat said we're rooting for you. It's not we if I'm rooting for Teddy.
Oh, okay, Sonic, we're rooting for.
I need to fix it.
I didn't decide yet. I need to.
Wait, what you mean?
Okay, of course
Maybe-
it's like you probably at the top.
He is
but
not gonna root for you. He's gonna root
Like-
for Smooth.
Dude, like do it for the country, dude. Hello? Like check pride, man. Hello?
yeah,
Oh my
I
God.
think you but no official statement yet.
Well, when I said we, I was actually more referring to like Aegis Esports. We're just rooting for anyone from our league to win the whole thing, so we can use it in advertisement next season. And
But
get
half
clout off
the
name.
players aren't like 90% of the players on your league.
Yeah, it's like 9 out of 16 or something.
Yeah, surely you can't like one of the players would win it.
Right, we have a better We have better than
Uh-huh.
50% chance, right? So,
Yeah.
but and like none of the players that are playing from our league are representing APAC, so it's like definitely better than 50%, right?
It's like 100%. No,
But there is. I heard there's one EU player not in Aegis, so
Yeah, and he did play in Aegis last season, Makis. So, maybe we can use that as well.
put them in.
Yeah. So, just win, Baya. Just win, and then we don't have to worry about it.
You just win, yeah, for it. Easy. You just win, like, yeah. Like, I won 8 times in the qualifiers, I eliminated 7 people, so, Like, if you think about like, I earned the hope of 7 people doing for qualifiers, and almost like eliminated Aragon as well, so,
Right.
Just saying.
So, I guess we could touch on that maybe real quick. Is like, a lot of people were complaining about the format for Worlds. Baya, you got to see really the whole thing. How do you feel about the format being like this double elimination tournament versus traditional Swiss?
It's different, yeah. It's very like like if you lose to round 1, unless like you have like a lot of luck. Also, I need like a lot of luck and stuff. Like of course, like you're kind of out if you like lose very early on the thingy. It's like usually like it acts as it's like double elimination, but it's actually like single elimination mostly, and like just winning early just gives you so much things, right? That like it helps you so much. And yeah, I think it could be better than, but at least we have double elimination. It's not like single elimination at all. But
right. Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts, or we can close this show out, or any last second trash talk, or?
No, I'm out of trash talk. I think I said.
But actually,
I said my share.
Shy is of course gonna win because we have 1 world champion already. We're gonna get second one soon, so.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's beating that team, So.
That team would be insanely stacked if they had 2 world champions on it. So.
We basically have, right? Like if you think about it. Like,
okay. All right.
Oh, I forgot. I just saw Dyna in chat. I actually hope we don't match into Dyna in any of our games. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like Dyna is like rooting for Riolo because he's hoping.
I love you, Dyna, though. I love you, Dyna, but I'd rather not match into you.
Yeah. Every time I match into Dyna on the ladder, I'm like, haha, fun. I guess I'm gonna go to. I'm like, it's like the second I see Dyna name, I'm like, on the second monitor, I'm like, starting Netflix and like,
No, I
Starting
stopped.
next-
I usually just alt F4 if I see Dyna. I could do better stuff.
Okay.
I still want to win. That's the difference, I guess. So you like give up, but I still win and also
Maybe,
enjoy
I guess.
Netflix.
So
That's probably why I
Yeah.
didn't make Wars this
I-
year.
I see you guys are scared of our team, so
maybe that's like the big brain strat for Mayo Bandits when they get to playoffs, is they send out Dyna first, and he'll just fatigue the enemy team.
thanks for the tip.
Yeah, I've got a full like oh my god, that's 5 yeah.
Okay. Well, if we have nothing else to talk about, then we can end the show here. Thank you guys for joining us on this playoff prediction show for EMEA. I wish you luck in next week. I'm sure you guys are basically all locked in anyway, but doesn't hurt to get a little extra luck anyway. But
Surely.
yeah. And thank you again for joining me. We had Baya on the broadcast. We had Sonic Holic and Sorry. Thank you guys again for joining me, and have a good evening.
Bye.
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 Goodbye, everyone.